Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and this is Colin Dawson with Lockdown Movie Reviews. Well, my parents have kind of wanted to go to the movies here. Honestly, all the chaos and everything else around there in it, there are movies. This is America. It's kind of the home of the movies, and the one thing I think we really compete with France over is there's the theater, cinema, movies, all of that, and somehow we'll get along one day over it. Till then, let's just leave it on the writing board and the stage and on the wonderful film and DVDs. Hopefully, by the time data crystals come around. Well, they've been wanting to go out there, the parents, as I started this all off with. They're just like, well, I think that Biden's going to have the 100 days of lockdowns with the 100 days of mask. So we went to the little local movie theater, had it privately to ourselves. I'll be honest, I finally realized how messy of a person I was at a movie. I never used to be that way, and I think that in the last 3 movies I've been to, it's gotten that way. I love the little movie theaters. We've had one out here. It's gone through different owners and everything else, and it's always kept up those 7 screens. They're down to 5 right now. 2 or 3 people from the family just kind of run around and get it all going. Somehow it stays together. But we went to Wonder Woman. I have to say, I did enjoy it. I did like it. I think it brought up so many situations out there. It brought up the conflicts between everything. Sorry for playing with that. I always want to have something in my hand to play with. But I just have to say, honestly, it was beautiful. I think the cinematography was outstanding. I think the moral lessons of everything was beyond compare, especially in the very first when the Amazonians were doing their version of Olympics for their greatest warriors and everything. I can see exactly how everything was, and it's like from one person's perspective, you didn't follow what it was, and the other one said, yes, I did in a way. And when she didn't make the marker, but yet she took the fast path down instead of continue on running as the horses were and letting them pass her, figuring out a way how to block the road maybe or something else like that with her own self. Maybe not pulling over a tree or something else like that, but they're not going to trample one of their own. And catching back up to their horse and continuing on. She might have even outran the horses. And then using her hand, breaking the thing, showed the blue smoke, but she didn't. And her mom went down there, jerked her out, and said she'd taken the short path. It's not bad. It's a good moral lesson. Keep going. She went out, found a stone. Stone had this bracelet put on it. Anything of the person's heart desire. One single wish. It goes all the way back to the very beginning, past a lot of situations out there. It's ended up across numerous cultures and everything, and it's destroyed them because they want the power of it, the satisfaction, and everything. One can't be able to have everything. One can't be magically this or the other. And in a way, it chose 1984 in it to say, kind of like the zenith of the USA's great culture, and about how every time that we kind of come to a culturalistic fall, it's marked by a movie, 1985, when we were basically put down in a way. She went through, she saved a lot. She showed one of the people that they were wrong in wanting to be everyone's ultimate gateway of power. Wishes, everything else. One could go into the mythology of that and say that the bracelet came all the way from the time of Abraham's father in the city of Teraknor. And basically, whoever possessed this bracelet would have that, but it would cost them that. And inevitably, supposedly one wished for the power of Abraham's God. And as such, this bracelet went around everywhere. To be put on gemstone, to supposedly be put on the monkey paw. Granting people power of life and death. Wealth and everything symbolized by the gem. And it's gone around forever, everywhere one could think of. Supposedly, King Midas, since his heart's desire was always gold, and could grant any wish out there for his own personal desire, not for others. Helping someone can be just as bad as the Midas touch. And I think the movie really did bring it forth. And it really did bring it forth that some people are meant to live and go on and continue on, while others are not. We all have our time when it's time to go. And just in simply holding something so simple, you could say, actually, and a thought just going, where could my lost loved one be at? Then he shows up. And again, you have to send him away because you're the person that can live and save the day and are better for the future. And if you hold on to the past like that, it'll just cost you your life, your power, and everything. Where you just need to remember the past and make sure it doesn't happen again. And maybe one day there is a way for someone else to come back, but it's because they want to. Just like in the books with Luke Skywalker. It's Colin Dawson with Lockdown Movie Reviews. Technically, I'll give this one, as great as it is, cast, character, the playoffs of each other and everything, absolutely wonderful. I'd say it's at least an 8.5. Do I think it could be the first superhero one to get a Oscar nomination? Probably. But I think it's got some really good competition. News of the World, Honest Thief. Granted, there's one that I have been meaning to see, the Russell Crowe from earlier this year. I think it could be a contender in it just from the previews and the drama and situations that he can bring forth in it. But I'm not sure if it could be much more than in the major Oscar situation for the picture. I want to see that one though, see how it does with the cinematography, the camera angles, how they bring in the special effects and everything. And the special effects in this one were great, I have to say. And as I'm supposed to say here ending this, like and subscribe. Lockdown Movie Reviews with Colin Dawson.